What's up, everybody? Noble Comics here to ask, could One Punch Man beat Jiren? It's the battle of the balds here, and quite frankly, lately on this channel, we've put One Punch Man through like the trials of Hercules here, the 7 labors or whatever. We've seen him go up against Captain America's shield, we've seen him go up against Wolverine's adamantium bones, we've seen him fight Thanos, and now this. And look, if you saw my video on how Dragon Ball scales to Marvel and DC, it should give you kind of an idea of where I'm ranking Jiren in terms of power. And if you've seen my previous One Punch Man videos, you know where I'm ranking Saitama in terms of power. If not, no matter, we're going to jump right into it now. So, Saitama from the One Punch Man universe is again maybe the most powerful person in his universe. He's definitely the most powerful person that has been shown so far. And the powerful things that we've seen him do, for example, on the higher end, is we've seen him completely rip the surface of one of Jupiter's moons up, we've seen him sneeze and blow up half of Jupiter, and probably most notably, we've seen 2 serious punches from Saitama collide and shoot out a beam of energy that destroys multiple star systems. All the while, his power is exponentially growing, each punch stronger than the last, and we have yet to see him really take any damage at all. So what would happen if he was thrown into the tournament of power and the entire universe was on the line? Well, picking a fight with Jiren is never a smart thing to do. We saw Jiren be even stronger than his own god of destruction. We saw Jiren completely overpower Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue being absolutely no match for the guy. It took a new form, Ultra Instinct, to rival Jiren's power. Putting that into some context quickly, we knew that Super Saiyan God originally was above galaxy level, because we know that it was far above his Super Saiyan 3 form. We know that it was able to shake the universe during his fight with Beerus. We know that Super Saiyan Blue was even more powerful than that, and Ultra Instinct again is like magnitudes more powerful than that, placing him bare minimum multi-universal, if not just straight up multiversal in terms of power. And again, Jiren was on that same level, roughly equivalent in terms of strength. So how do these characters compare? I do want to say from the outset, Jiren definitely has an advantage. He's scaling above what we can assume again is a multi-universal level character in the form of Super Saiyan Blue Goku, whereas with One Punch Man, we've only seen him really go to multi-solar system, if you want to say galaxy level. I don't think that's unreasonable, because again, in that feat we saw of his 2 punches, just the energy itself caused by the 2 punches wiped out numerous, who knows how many hundreds of different solar systems, which again was at the beginning of the fight. At the end of the fight, he was much more powerful than that. I don't think it's unfair to say that he is at a galaxy, if not galaxy plus level power. And frankly, that's just much lower than what Jiren's at now. That's kind of, again, equivalent to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who was way below where current Goku is, who was way below Jiren before Ultra Instinct. But the question always goes back to Saitama's potential, because a lot of people say that Saitama has infinite strength or infinite power or anything like that, but he really does have infinite potential. We know the character is meant to be a gag character, where the whole concept is that he's the most powerful person ever, and he's ridiculously overpowered, and he can beat anything with 1 punch, even though we see that that's totally not the case now. But that's what the character's supposed to be, is ridiculously overpowered. And the thing that I keep bringing up in these videos is that he is ridiculously overpowered, the most powerful, in the One Punch Man universe. Outside the One Punch Man universe, that doesn't really mean much. It's like, so Cosmic Fury wasn't able to make One Punch Man bleed. It's like, okay, that's impressive in that universe, but step over to Dragon Ball or Marvel or DC, that suddenly becomes a lot less impressive. That's not to say that Saitama's not impressive, but I do think that he is struggling from the same thing that Deadpool did, like right after 2016, when the movie came out. A lot of versus battles and like a lot of people that I knew personally who would talk about this kind of stuff were under the impression that Deadpool could beat anybody because due to his healing factor, right, he can't die, so he can never lose. Oh, he could beat the Hulk, he could beat Thor, he could beat whoever, because he could never die. And it's like there is a difference there, right? While the concept of the character is meant to be kind of a gag, right, that is true. Same thing with One Punch Man, that is true. The other characters and the rest of the universe here isn't a gag, right? The rest of it's just playing it straight, where actual rules and scaling and stuff does apply. And if you're assuming that these things don't apply and that he is more powerful than he has been shown, that's really just like your own headcanon, right? That's nothing concrete. You're just assuming that's the case based on what you know about the character so far. Which again, it's not even necessarily a bad thing, just acknowledge that's what it is. So when people say things like, well, the only people who could beat a character like One Punch Man are outerversal concept characters like Infinity and Eternity and things like that, it's like, maybe one day, maybe eventually we'll get to that level, but as it's shown right now, like, Thor could beat One Punch Man. Or really tons of other just basic hero level heroes like Superman, Wonder Woman, etc. And I do think that Jiren is above that tier of character. So to be frank, I think Saitama can throw the strongest serious punch that he has in him, and Jiren's gonna block that with a finger, if not just with a look, and then can probably one-shot the dude. Again, as he's shown now. Even in just terms of like raw combat, Saitama does not have a speed advantage. He does not have a skill advantage by any means. And there's no evidence to show that he would have a durability or strength advantage over somebody like Jiren. So I'm sorry, One Punch Man universe, you are going to be erased. It was nice knowing you. Better luck next time. But I do want to know what you think. Do you think that One Punch Man, as he currently stands, has any chance against somebody like Jiren? Do you think that potentially in the future he would have a chance against somebody like Jiren? Where do you scale One Punch Man in terms of power right now? Do let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.